kathong mani paumi na karigumba matamda paumi oina satpa matamda karigumba akiba.
First, the top news headlines. Oxford vaccine immune response triggers hopes across globe. Boat sinks in Barak River at Tamenglong. One feared death. And at least 7 killed, dozens injured in powerful blast in Pakistan. Hello and good afternoon, I'm ONEL SHAMBANDURAM giving you the Times of Manipur English News. Before we go to the main news, here is a COVID-19 awareness. As a responsible citizen, it is our duty to minimize the spread of coronavirus as much as possible. Wash your hands frequently with soap for at least 20 seconds. Using an alcohol-based sanitizer also helps keep the virus at bay. Avoid touching your eyes, nose and mouth. Avoid stepping out unless absolutely necessary. Always wear a mask before stepping out of and even in your own home in the presence of outsiders, as masks have been proven effective in containing the virus. Maintain social distance of at least 2 meters in public places. Now the news in details. The coronavirus vaccine being developed by AstraZeneca and Oxford University has successfully triggered a strong immune response among both young and old. The announcement by AstraZeneca has triggered hopes across countries ravaged by the COVID-19 pandemic. Meanwhile, in India, Bharat Biotech and ICMR will be entering phase 3 clinical trials of the indigenous vaccine Covaxin. The AstraZeneca-Oxford coronavirus vaccine, one of the front runners in the global vaccine race, has produced an immune response in both young and old. The announcement has raised hopes as the COVID-19 pandemic continues to damage global economies, the media report said. The coronavirus vaccine has also triggered lower adverse responses among the elderly, British drug maker AstraZeneca has said. The third phase of the human trial of the indigenous vaccine against COVID-19, Covaxin, will commence at a private hospital in Bhubaneswar soon. Rescue operation in the final Isaac R.D. Pamai of Suraram village under Tausem subdivision of Tamenglong district, but presently staying at Guigailong village. Pamai is said to have fallen into Barak River this morning. The incident happened when he was trying to cross the river along with his wife on a boat to visit family Paddyfield. The strong current of the water overturned the raft. However, Isaac managed to save his wife. Sources said people from neighboring villages are also on their way to join the rescue operation. At least 7 people, including children, were killed and dozens injured in a blast near a seminary in Peshwar's Dil colony in Pakistan. The blast took place in a madrasa where unknown people had planted explosives in a plastic bag, a police officer said. The injured were shifted to Lady Reading Hospital, according to media reports. A spokesman for the hospital said it had received 7 dead and 70 injured patients, it added. More details are awaited. Well, it's now time for a short commercial break. Stay tuned.
COVID-19 pandemic ki kallaba safuna school, college, coaching center chingbasing thonglona khrabasu isa gi yumda ningthijana tamba yaraba ahan bagi oina class 12 chemistry subject ki takpi tambi bagi lamda sangne experience leiraba oza sonamani na puthopi be application ngasimak Google Play Store da changbiduna download tobi sonamani e-classes.
Lamjingbo Finance na COVID-19 na thogalliba khudong chadba mayam asi usiraga collateral security yautana document changdana yamna komo mongda loan fanganjagani shahida subnatagi chada tarani thoigi interest rate tap business loan against property vehicle loan, commercial equipment loan, commercial vehicle loan ki khudong chaba pisari. Han loan lawbi ki ba singi su wana gu makhal gi loan asi lawbi ki khudong chaba pisagani. Aku pamorol ki ma contact to biro Lamjingba Finance Nagamapal. Contact number 7085-831-502 natraga 9862-629-399.
Sina pare, tan ba dinate ko? Asing ba? Ay napamba, darkar ba grocery items singa? Red delivery app season araga order to biro loire. Chaning ba restaurant ki food po eraso overpay to budilare dana. Pot khuding ma discount pi baga loina na. Khudak te na te yore isine. Red delivery for you.
Khudong chaba laubiho Radiant E-Ride amadi State Bank of India ga punna khusamnaraga India government ki makhada Mudra Yojana scheme gi khuthangda thabak panghaudraba singda senda lambi ki achauba mating oinaba sadmiron fagat hanaba loinana loan gi khudong chaba pizari ahanba miyoi chamada akaknaba matam khara gi oina loan pizagani akupa marol gi damak Radiant E-Ride head office Sangai Pro Ningthem Call amasung branches contact number 8257850421.
Now enjoy 20% extra on Kangla popcorn, Kangla Milky Balls and Kangla rings.
Kangla.
Around by 2020 the phangbigadaba items sing groceries, electronic items, electric vehicle, organic vegetables, frozen items, baby care, household items, health and personal care, snacks and beverages, indigenous items, fresh fruits and much more.
Yeah, fear. Ako makeup thoju ke doroga. Isa ki darkar oiba pot macha am gisu dukan amadong chang amada sung phangda matam sumang hakchang su waba. Se yumda phamna apama pot lairasi kai aram by 2020 download tawsalo aduga isa ki puri khau sidana khairamban bazar da lairiba dukan mayam se hapaga jalase pantharanu hojik mak download to.
Welcome back. India has recorded 79,09,959 confirmed COVID-19 cases, including 1,19,014 deaths in the last 24 hours. A total of 71,37,220 people have recuperated from COVID-19 so far. Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka have reported the highest number of cases. However, infections are rising rapidly in states like Tamil Nadu, Uttar Pradesh and West Bengal. Yet India's recovery rate continues to rise and now stands at 90.23%. Unlock 5 is underway. Globally, more than 43 million people have been infected by the coronavirus and 1.15 million have died so far. Manipur registered 255 fresh cases of COVID-19 in the past 24 hours. Manipur's virus total tally has spiked to 17,424. The fresh cases were reported from Imphal West, Imphal East, Thoubal, Jiribam, Kangpokpi, Bishnupur, Kakching, Ukhrul, Kamjong, Senapati, Churachandpur, Tamenglong and Chandal districts. In the last 24 hours, 5 persons including an 87-year-old woman from Imphal East succumbed to the disease, said COVID-19 Command Control Room. The death toll due to the infectious disease has reached 144 in the state. The active cases stands at 4,223 while the recoveries have climbed to 13,057. The recovery rate has improved to 74.93%. Angry residents of Salungpham under Hairo constituency of Thoubal district today staged a protest rally against negligence by authorities over bad road condition for years. The protesters turned over the village road during the protests. The rally was organized by United Club Organization UCO, a conglomerate of various local clubs of Salungpham area. The rally took off from Salungpham Mathaklaikai, Panthoibi Bazar. During the course of the demonstration at Salungpham Maninglaikai, Ngaten Soi Bridge, a police team stopped the rally, citing 144 CRPC imposed in the area, but the protesters continued it, passing through Salungpham and Kairembikok areas. UCO President Furit Sabam Breja said that the concerned authorities has ignored the repeated appeal to repair the road. Breja added that the residents, especially pregnant women and elders, have faced inconveniences due to the dilapidated road. He urged the government to repair the road within 5 days.
Hero Kenya Pulibagi, Manipur Naning Hatam Putting a Shibauda, a way home to late, high school Pange, Gomengi, Putoba High School until late. Ana Alang late, down a population meeting Target Malevni, Ana Langsang Doctor until late, water supply pale ore, Lambitan Poinere, Iskun pale ore, Iskin couldn't matter some month my park late. Aduba Koina Tanabakun, Hiroki Matam Dedi, Hiroki has second lake, high school and Lakure, Lambitong, Loin Pakar, Loy Lady, Ana Langsang Pilodi. Moge Koi in a automatic Sokile. Maramaduna Songman Pada, Shikan couldn't manipam the Akoi, Hiroki and the Punmazipamatre, Mam de Makoina Koita, Isank in the Polomatamda, automatic Songman Padaze, Boki Matamda. Pasha Kerapiraga, Bot Lega, Bot Gavi Yagni, Bot Koma Yagna, Wakal, and the Taki Bamana, Nasidi, development couldn't but a pale Maramaduna for Yargadi, one Jingdra, one Kendra, Strongmamje, Mosamiki and on the Pame, Lunana, Nashi Chang, Konjangaski Maru, Vandamdi, Nashidin and Mangani Pomanda, Strongmangilambi, not yet a shake, Kolas, Tabidragadi, Hena, Akanba Potes and Kilakanaba, Wapamsini.
Members of National Bharatiya Janata Party BJP Kishan Morcha Mayanglambam Rameshwar, under the aegis of Department of Horticulture, Government of Manipur distributed free winter crop seeds to 100 farmers of Kakching constituency today. Mayanglambam Rameshwar, speaking during the program, stated that everyone should respect and support the farming community, the backbone of the society.
Lau basingna ngasi ekhoi samaja ekhoi gi tawriba mathau yamna chakhotpa develop oirba mafam amasu chaba thakpa marang kaidraga chaba thakpa konadragadi society adu nungaiba oiroi habisi aigi thajabani ngasi 37 Kakching kendrada lairiba farmer singda Sri Narendra Modi ji na Prime Minister Wariba BJP na Luchingba Sarkar asida flagship program kayagi makhada Bharatiya Janata Party Kisan Morcha gi national member ama oina ina 37 Kakching asida lairiba lawbasingda namjaba khara khudol tawjabani.
The World Bank has approved a $120 million project to improve and modernize the transport sector in Meghalaya. The report said the $120 million loan from the International Bank for Reconstruction and Development (IBRD) has a maturity of 14 years, including a grace period of 6 years. The project will help Meghalaya to harness its vast growth potential for high-value agriculture and tourism. The Meghalaya Integrated Transport Project (MITB) will improve about 300 kilometers of strategic road segment and stand-alone bridges by using innovative climate-resilient and nature-based solutions. The segment will serve major agricultural areas, important tourist destinations, small-scale industries, major town and underserved populations by linking them to markets, health and education centers, besides national and international corridors. Well, it's time for another short commercial break. Stay tuned.
Al Hayat, the best halal restaurant in Manipur. Miyam na pam na chanariba Al Hayat restaurant gi hauraba mathel khudingmak red delivery app ki khuthangda order tobiraktuna yamna laina ahenba charges yaudana isa gi yumda thilaknabagi khudong chaba pijari. App asi download tawduna app asi gi khuthangda ngasima order tawbiyu. Chana thaknaba polam sing khakta natana imung amada nongmar changdraba yadraba grocery item kaya marum suna fanglaba app. Ngasimak download tawbiyu, red delivery for you.
Nang na medical ta masat pado, ay siyaw gina nang natahang bala ini. General Nursing and Midwifery GNM 3 years course. 12 pass in arts or science stream and confused to become a part of one of the most respectable professional career of all time. 12 pass and above duration 3 years 6 months. BSc in Medical Radiology and Imaging Technology DMRI.
Ultrasound, MRI, CT scan, X-ray.
BSc in Medical Laboratory Technology.
BSc in Operation Theatre Technology.
Kezabatana nupi oibi singi leitingni khwaidigi hena thawaina tajana kezaba numitti luhongba numitni punsida amuktang thokpa luhongba numitta thawaina hek tajaba mohongda kenaba amadi numit asida thonnaba tongan ba pologe design kaya fangbiragani akupa morolgi dama contact tobirau khoisnam Priyananda Lairenjam Awang Lekai near Mekola contact number 6909610936.
Shopping chatlaga pot tim ta leidana hala abra. As kadai deno da coronavirus marak sida dukan en taising duna mine krek ina dana leirame positive ba yaram ne su khang de yaram moi su khang de sauning dana leidana hale dana adu da mukta bu chana wari ti karegi no nangi mobile do hang do Google Play Store da changaga arambai 2020 download tawsalo aduga apa ma product item sing do loina khallo Horen yum na tila down. Ay na pa masing dulo impangadra ni ma. Yeng di yeng une. Grocery item kakta na tana imung manum ki darkar ba polam sing. Aduga electric vehicle phawa phangabani.
Hojikti Imphal khakta natana Manipur gi tongan ba mafam sing haibati Thaubal Moirang Sekmai dasu arambai 2020 gi service hojari.
Gitam University Visakhapatnam da BSc Nursing amadi MSc Nursing in NPCC gidamak female amadi male candidate singna admission tawbiba yaragani campus manungda masagi hospital leizaraba medical college ni room amada mahiroi ani khaktamak leiba live facility yauraba amadi yamna hygienic oiraba hostel yauraba campus ni MSc Nursing da admission fanglaba mahiroi singda tha khudingi stipend oina rupees 9000 fangani tuition fee structure BSc rupees 40,000 per year, food and accommodation rupees 45,000 per year. First to fourth year, same fees. MSc Nursing in NPCC fees rupees 1.5 lakh per year. Food and accommodation rupees 45,000 per year. Eligibility BSc, class 12 pass, physics, chemistry, biology and English 50% in aggregate. Manipur gi mahiroi singi oina entrance test yaudana direct admission tobiba yagani supnatagi seat 15 khaktani. Akupa Marol Gidamak contact Obiro Educare John near Bosem Babupara. Contact number 6009062261 Natraga 8794026277.
Welcome back. An Assam BJP youth wing leader has refused to withdraw the FIR lodged by him against the Khasi Students Union KSU chief for putting up posters against Bengalis residing in Meghalaya. According to media reports, BJP MLA in Meghalaya and had asked Bharatiya Janata Yuva Morcha BJYM's Kasar chief Amitesh Chakraborty to withdraw the FIR lodged by him against the KSU chief. BJYM Kasar chief Amitesh Chakraborty last week lodged an FIR against KSU president Lombok Star Margnar after his organization put up banners and posters at different places of Meghalaya on October 22nd, terming Bengalis in the state Bangladeshis. South Silong MLA Shanbor Sulai yesterday said that ethnic misunderstanding can hamper the peace and communal harmony. Nagaland has reported 2 more COVID-19 related deaths yesterday, taking the death toll in the state to 27. Certified by the State Death Committee, the 2 COVID-19 deaths were reported from Dimapur. On Sunday last, the state also reported 1 COVID-19 related from Kohima. So far, 38 COVID-19 positive patients in the state passed away. 37 new COVID-19 positive cases were also detected yesterday, taking the total number of positive cases in the state to 8,663. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will distribute loans to around 3 lakh street vendors under the PM SVA Nidhi scheme Pradhan Mantri Street Vendors Atmanirbhar Nidhi Yojana via video conferencing today, a media report said. The Prime Minister will also interact with beneficiaries of the scheme on the occasion. Prime Minister SVN Nidhi scheme was launched on June 1st, 2020 for poor people selling goods on roads and tracks who were affected because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Under PM SVN Nidhi scheme, street vendors can get working capital of up to Rs 10,000 at subsidized rates. According to reports, over 24 lakh applications have been received under this scheme so far, with 5,57,000 applications from vendors in Uttar Pradesh, the highest across the country. The project will also support innovative solutions such as precast bridges to reduce both time and cost of construction. Ahead of the third India-US 2+2 ministerial meeting between the foreign and defense ministers of both sides, the two ministers held separate bilateral meetings yesterday after the arrival of the visiting delegation, US Secretary of State Mike Pompeo and US Secretary of Defense Mike Esper. The Defense Ministry bilateral meeting took place early evening, with Secretary Esper receiving a guard of honor ahead of the talks. The two ministers expressed satisfaction that the agreement of BECA will be signed during the visit. The signing of the Basic Exchange and Cooperation Agreement BECA would also allow the US to share precision satellite and topographical data from its constellation of military satellites on a real-time basis. India also pushed for Make in India under the Atmanirbhar Bharat initiative, where Defence Minister Rajnath Singh encouraged investments in the defence industry in India and invited US companies to make avail of the liberalised policies and the favourable defence industry ecosystem in India, media reports said. Now let's have a look at the newspaper headlines.
The Shanghai Express. NSC and IM's demand for flag constitution being discussed, say nephew Rio TR Jeliang. State records 5 more COVID-19 deaths. Chief Minister vows to rein in trigger happy SFs. Arms missing case, charges framed. Imphal Free Press. Arm missing case, court frames charges against Saikul MLA Yamthong Haukip, others. Sighting of giant floating biomass in Loktak Lake Bathurst Authority. 5 more COVID-19 victims push death toll to 144. What has Ngamthang Haukip done for Saitu? Ask Okram Ibobi. Flag hoisting ceremony for Ngamthang Haukip conducted. The People's Chronicle. COVID trend picks pace. 262 new cases, 5 more die. 83% of general population cases local transmissions. Cross 12,000 mark, single-day positive rate spikes to 13.48%. India records lowest Delhi COVID cases. Congress leaders deride Ngamthang, slam turn courts. Birain calls for complete uprooting of Congress. It is not certain whether the two NPP ministers will remain after the by-election or not, says Education Minister Rajain. Manipur Mail. Ibobi questions progress for construction of Triple IT Centre. 5 die, 262 new COVID cases. Rajnath holds talks with Mark.
And before we wind up the top news headlines once again. Oxford vaccine immune response triggers hopes across the globe. Boat sinks in Barak River at Tamenglong, one feared death. And at least 7 killed, dozens injured in powerful blast in Pakistan. Well, that's all for now. Thank you for joining us. Keep watching Times of Manipur.
ꯄꯥꯎꯃꯤꯁꯤꯡꯕꯨ ꯃꯇꯝ ꯄꯨꯝꯅꯃꯛꯇ ꯈꯟꯕ ꯃꯤꯅꯤ